Greetings, greetings, greetings. How are we? I am here and I am waiting for my beautiful sister to join us. I hope everyone is doing good tonight. It is a new year. How are we doing? What you got going on? Who is in the place? I'm calling in the people now. I'm calling in those who are available. It's another day, it's another year, and I'm just here doing what I do, okay? I'm waiting for my sister to join us. I don't know where she is. Let's see if I can bring her into the call. Send her a link. Greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to you. I can't see who you are, but I see you're in the space. Where are you tapping in from? Greetings, greetings, greetings. I'm looking for my sister girl to come into the place celebrating this New Year's Day Eve. I hope you guys are doing well. Just decided to tap in on the new year and give some insight and talk about some things, as we enter into this new year. How are we feeling? What do we got going on? How do we want to come through? What dreams, what visions, what insights? How have you spent this New Year's Day? That's a question. How have you spent this New Year's? How have you spent this New Year's? Wanting to invite you to come into the room, come into the space. As I wait for my sister, Lady Unk, to join us. I don't know where she's at. We're going to have a conversation. Would anybody like to come into the room? Anyone want to come on live and have a conversation? Just tap into the screen that you would like to join and I'll bring you in. It's just another sleepless night. I know it's still kind of early. How are we doing? Are we here? Can y'all give me some hearts or something? Let me know you're in the space. I'm waiting. Maybe I need to put on some music. Let's see. See if I can get us some jams in the background. I don't know. Oh, yes. It's going to make it easy for me. Give thanks. Give thanks. Okay, let's see. I'm going to play this song. This is a good one. Tell me what y'all think. Can you hear it? Greetings, greetings, greetings. There's my sister. You are here. Let me bring you on in, sis. Well, I can't see that. Oh, hey.
I'm here. Wait, how do I make the video come on?
Can you put your picture?
Oh, here it go. Hold on.
Can you hear the music?
Yep, I hear the music.
If it don't, if it help me shine, energy moving in line. If it doesn't, it's a no for me. Grow, glow, it's a vibe.
If it don't nothing, it don't get my time.
Hey, hey, sis.
Baby, that's the flow. 20.
Damn, I got to my code. I'm over here jamming. Did you like the remix?
I do like the remix. I love it. I love it. I love it. I heard a song today that I posted on my story, and she was like, "Do it, do it, do it, do it bigger. Just do it bigger." So that's my theme for
Oh,
2020.
I like her. I like her. Yes.
I'm like, yes,
She's the redhead girl.
I'm doing it bigger. Come on.
She be getting you hyped, don't she?
Me too. That's all her depression song I absolutely love on days when I'm feeling low.
Yes, yes. So I'm happy on this day. I feel really calm. I feel calm too. So, it's just a vibe. I've been lounging all day, got my little moo on. Y'all, this is my comfort clothes, comfort clothes. Greetings everyone joining us. We are here just vibing out, bringing in this New Year's Day, bringing it to an end, bringing it to a close, knowing also that this is just the end of a Gregorian calendar. Oh man, she trying to call me. Let me see. I can't even answer her. I can't answer. I don't know what it was. Misha. I don't know what she's calling for, and I can't even text her because I'm on my phone. I tried to put the YouTube. I mean, this TikTok on my computer, but it's not working. So, anywho, we are here. How was your day?
My day was good. I slept like literally half the day. Slept half the day. Just relaxed. I think that the rest coming into the new year, the silence coming into the new year was definitely needed in my case. And then I took a bath. That's why when it was time for this call, I'm like, I'm chill, I'm relaxed. I've been
Relax. Yes,
calibrating
yes.
from this new 2026 energy. How about you?
It was good. I actually spent time with my son. He came over. I told you about that earlier. And then I just kind of have been setting intentions for the year, getting things in alignment. That's what it's all about. When I seen something on another TikTok that was talking about uh, as New Year's come up, most people are setting intentions, but is it really worth setting intention? Because sometimes your intentions or your plans don't go as planned. So she said, what about just being present in the moment, right? And that is all that we have. And we've been talking about how important the now is. And that really did give me something to ponder because it's like, okay, yeah, we want to make plans, but we also want to be in flow. And we also want to be present in the now and knowing that now is all we got.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, that's it's funny that you mentioned the noun because we are in the winter season. We just had our winter solstice. You know, we're in the winter season, and this is the time where we really need to be going inward and really just resting, reflecting, and resetting. Yes, it's the start of the calendar year, and many people begin to set intentions for the new year, which is wonderful, which is great. But we know that those blossom in the bloom of what happens in the new year tends to happen in the springtime, which means now is the time to nurture the seed. Now is the time to go within and nurture all of those seeds that you've been planting, all of those intentions. When I say seeds, I mean I'm referring to your intentions. Now is the time to go within and nurture those intentions. Really sit in them, gain clarity, nurture, remove what's not serving, remove the weeds, all of the things that stand in the way of that intention growing and manifesting. Now is the time to do that. And so, yeah, I'm so excited about what's to come. Last year threw us all for like a whirlwind, I'm sure. And so everyone is embracing this new energy, especially because we stepping into what many consider a 1 year, a new world.
A new world. Look, the true world order. The true world order. I see we have a lot of people popping into the call. Do y'all want to come on to the live? Show your face? Contribute to this conversation? We'll bring you in. Just say add me and I will add or join. I don't know how it goes.
Give me some wine for this conversation. It is New Year, ain't we celebrating?
Cheers.
Look, cheers with my empty glass. I'm gonna get something. Hold on.
Yes, yes, yes. Stay hydrated. That's one of my goals for this year. To stay hydrated. What about y'all? What y'all doing tonight? Tapping into this call. We appreciate you. We're going to get into some juice in a minute. Some juicy stuff. Some juicy spiritual stuff, as I always say. I've been having a runny nose, so excuse me. I'm not claiming any kind of sickness, but my throat has been giving me the blues. Woo!
The new
Woo,
year.
woo, woo. What you drinking?
H2O.
Oh, it looked a little cloudy.
It's cold. It's ice cold.
Oh, give thanks for the ice cold water. Shocking our system.
Knocking it back with calibration. All right, y'all. So this is the New Year report because we got some things brewing, some things that are stewing in the background, y'all. And we definitely um, are excited about the energy of the year. Hey everyone, if you're popping in and you're joining live, you could definitely join the conversation. This is
Thanks
New
for the
Year's.
hearts. Give us hearts, 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 hearts. We like the love. We like the love. Hey, cousin. I know you were asking when was I going to be going live again. Here I is. It's a new year. Happy New Year. I'm feeling some type of way today, just chillaxing. My throat is not feeling the best.
I'm gonna
But
log out and see if I go live, if we could collaborate to where I could bring my followers on too.
okay.
Let me see.
See how you work that out. In the midst of it, I'm gonna get these cards ready.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
gonna
I
do
grabbed that.
we gonna do a little light seers. A light
Okay.
seer pool. Happy New Year to you. Are you ready to come on this live? Miss Lala Baker, I want to see your face in the place. You don't know. Come on now. Just come on in here, girl. Come on in here. We just some average girls showing our face in the world. I seen your live though. But but I was brought in here. How? How? I don't even know how this TikTok is really working. But for all of you who are popping in, I appreciate you. I'm over here getting a runny nose. The weather here has been so crazy. Hey, Rika. Hey, girl. Hey. I am in the place, honey, just chillaxing, deciding to do a carpool. You said I got on TikTok to post something, and there you was on your live. Yay! So that meant it's divine. You need to go ahead and come on in here. Rika, you too. Are you ready to show your face on the place? Get in here and share some of your jewels and gems. Okay, I see you. I see you, Sherry. Do you want me to pull you in? Oh, these cards are dropping out. We doing some live pulls. Okay, I'm gonna invite you.
Yes, this is how I wanted it. Yes.
Hey, sis. Look at you looking all beautiful. Now I can see you a lot more clear.
Yeah,
So,
because you got that little tiny picture. I'm like, oh, I can't even see myself. Okay.
okay, I've been pulling the cards. Let me see. Rika, are you gonna come in here? She said not to show her face. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I want to see your face in the place. This is a new year. We are trying to be seen, and we ain't even going extra for it. This is what I done had on all day, lounging, honey. I just put my little crown on and said,
You
let's
look
go.
lame.
That's dress up for me. Look, I got my moo on underneath this. Yeah. See, this is just, getting comfortable. But I have pulled some cards. I have 5 right now, and I think it's saying stop, even though I normally like to pull 7. But we got some good stuff showing up in this 5 place. So we'll stop there. Basically,
That's for New Year's readings.
huh?
For this is a New Year card reading, a New Year
She
reading.
said, "Whoo, child, not today." Okay, not today. But it's going to be one day soon. I know. Because there's things you got to say. You got to speak into this atmosphere. We are speaking into the atmosphere. This is our year to be seen, to be witnessed, to be held, to manifest. Today is a day of manifestation. Today is the day of making sure that you see your dreams come true. And this, for me, is part of it. I made some declarations to the universe like, hey, I'm going to show up and I know you got me. If we show up, we know we will be supported. So, this is what we got. You want me to go into these cards right now that I got, Sherry?
Yeah. Start going into them, and I have another deck here if
We
there's
want some
anything that.
collab. Yes, come through with the come through, okay? So, the first card that came out is the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords for me is all about making sure that you're prepared, right? That you're prepared, even though there's chaos all around, even though there's confusion and it may feel like things are a little bit shady, there's light being shined on something. So even in our darkest hour, we can go toward the light. Be prepared. And see how he's prepared? He's prepared for whatever might be there. If I got to fight, if I got a flight, if I got a whatever, but he's ready. So in this case, what is he getting ready for? Boom! Success. okay? You were meant to be seen, to be heard, to be witnessed, to be held, to see your dreams come true, to have the spotlight on you. You know, this is our time. This is our time, even though it's a lot of chaos and a lot of confusion and a lot of craziness going on in the background. Boom, we're going to show up. We're going to show up in the light. We're going to show up in our power. We're going to show up in our authority, because when we do, we go places. So this was the Six of Wands to the Chariot. And the Chariot is a major arcana card. The Chariot says that as we balance the energies of light and darkness, it will take us higher and it will take us into the light. So even on this day, we have to begin to plan to balance the light and the dark, because it's all necessary to take us to our highest manifestation. And for that, in this reading, it is to bring us our abundance. And that is what day we are on today. We are on the day of dreams, abundance, and using your intuition. So if you see your dreams, you bring it into the fruition of knowing that you will be abundant, and before you know it, you're going to have it. But sometimes you got to go through, boom, the death, the rebirth, the newness, you know? So death is not always a bad thing. I know oftentimes we get caught up in death being a bad thing, or in our society, we think, oh, death is a bad thing. And this is bringing up for me the grief that is left behind in most cases of death for those of us who are still in our body. But death to those who are transitioning is just another place of new beginnings, you know? And then as I think about how we're just coming out of the old year and the Gregorian calendar into this new year, that is also a period of death and rebirth. So we see this happening all the time in our everyday lives. So as we begin to come into this new year, we're going to go from the death to the rebirth. And I always start at the bottom and go back, because we talked about being prepared in the midst of chaos, showing up and being successful in all we do. As we continue to balance the light and the dark to gain the material manifestation of our abundance, it's staying with the cycle, death and rebirth. So for me right now, it's also saying, you know, you don't remain the same. We can't remain the same. And this year is nothing like the year before. This is day one of whatever it is you want your life to be. So here we are. And do you want to add to it, or you want me to read the affirmations from the book?
If you'd like to read the affirmation, because I want to take what you said a step further to the how of the manifestation. So if you want to read the affirmations first, that'll be good.
Okay, so we'll start at the bottom now. We hear, as I've been doing before, because it's all cyclic, right? So the cards came out one way, and we're going to read them back the opposite way. So number 13, Death and Rebirth from the book says, the affirmation, we're just going to go with the keynotes, okay? It says, I allow myself to let go of the past, right on time, in order to add energy to new beginnings. Ashe. And those new beginnings, going from the bottom to from the top, this was death and rebirth, to the new beginning. Ashe, which is our Ace of Pentacles. This is foundational building of what it is you want to receive in a tangible form. So Ace of Pentacles says, I plant my goals with intention, which we talked about, okay? And direct focus and faith. That faith part is really where the universe comes in, where God comes in, where our higher self comes in to support our missions and our goals. Okay, so we have to set an intention, at least have an idea of where it is you want your life to go. How is it that you want to feel every day? Starting with that, because we can navigate our own feelings and emotions. And as we do, it will bring us to where we need to be. Again, balancing the light and the darkness with the chariot. So let's see what the chariot says. It's number 7. And the chariot says, I choose who I am becoming. I can't make this up. And I run toward it with conviction and constant motion. So we're moving toward that which we desire with constant motion, knowing that we have an intention of where we go, but we're not so solid in that where it's like this way, my way or the highway. We give room for flow because that's where the death and rebirth. We may have thought it was supposed to be this way at this moment, but other things happen and it's like, no, go this way. So you have to be able to flow with it in order to get to the success. Ashe. So the success is what I say this one is, 6 of Wands. We'll see what 6 of Wands says. 6 of Wands says, Rika, I hope you still on here because this is for you, sis. I am worthy of this success and I am grateful that I am seen. Okay, I was talking about we got to step up. We got to come out. We got to be seen. We got to be able to manifest. And by that, we attract what we expect. We reflect what we desire. We become what we respect and we mirror what we admire. And in that space, we're prepared. We're prepared, okay? Even in the midst of chaos, you see the sun shining so bright, and you also see him being prepared. So that is what we're doing in this moment, being prepared. Ashe? So 7 of Swords says, I act from a place of love and morality, and the universe witnesses my honest intentions. Ashe. And that sums it up. As we bring intention to our year, being that this is the first day of this new cycle year that we all are participating in, we have to bring an intention to it. And it's not to say that I need it to happen this way, but it gives you the energy you need to begin to navigate which way you're going to end up. Although it's going to be an ebb and a flow, you're going to balance the light and the dark. You're going to have the trials and the tribulations, but your beingness has to be intentional. Ashe. I am complete.
Oh, that reading was right on point for the energy of where we are right now, because as we all know, last year was really a culmination year, is a closing of a 9-year cycle. So for the past 9 years, you have probably been working towards things. You have been praying for things, manifesting things. You have been really structuring your life to bring in the next level of what you desire. Now is the time where if there's no more planning and prepping. This is the time that you have to actually sow the seed, right? You have to actually plant the seed.
I'm going to get the bell.
She said, I'm going to get the bell. This is the time where you have to actually plant the seed. So many of us started this 9-year cycle with healing ourselves, getting closer to who we are, doing shadow work, really making sure that we started to heal that inner child within our being, really making sure we're healing our home and our children around us. We've basically been doing a lot of the micro steps in order for us to be even in a position to sow the seeds necessary for our next chapter. And many of us may have spent the last few years, especially after the COVID, we may have spent the last few years almost kind of confused about where we go from here, maybe a little stuck, maybe a little stagnant. And so this particular energy that we're stepping into is telling you now is the time. You are running out of time if you want to reap the harvest that this 2026 year has to offer. You have to be planting those seeds. And if you've started to plant those seeds, now is the time to really remove all of the things that is no longer serving you. And that tends to be the hard part, because when you are thinking about your life and the things that you want to grow into are the things that you want to manifest and bring into abundance, right? When you think about that, oftentimes we don't take it back to nature. But I'm going to take it back to nature for a minute. In order for anything to any crop to grow in the spring, you have to have planted that within the time for harvest, right? Many of us may have planted seeds, but have forgotten to nurture them. So this year is all about, especially within the next month or two, this is the time where you really need to be nurturing those seeds that you planted. This is the time where you really need to be pouring into self. This is the time where you need to be self-full. A lot of people mistake self-full for being selfish. It is not selfish to make sure that you are fortified in your own energy, that you are fortified to do the things necessary for your health, for your benefit, right? And when we do that, when we pour into us, our overflow begins to nourish those areas that we are trying to manifest, okay? And so we have to keep focused on that, pulling out the weeds. We have to realize when our body is chemically telling us things that are not resonating, our energy is thrown off when we're in certain places, spaces, and around certain people, doing certain things or tasks, saying certain things. If it's no longer resonating with us, it is okay to let go of that. It is not denying who you are. It's expanding who you know yourself to be and who you are becoming. If you would like to reach that higher aspect of yourself, you have to let go of some of the lower frequency things that are no longer serving you with where you are now and where you are headed. When you begin to do these things, you begin to notice the daily synchronicities that support your goals. When you're not doing that, you miss all of the daily synchronicities that are supporting your goal, and you remain stuck, stagnant, and no longer moving in more motion towards your goal. So in order to manifest that abundance that she spoke about, manifest that life that is coming through, really step into your courage of knowing exactly who you are, now is the time to really recalibrate what is serving me and what no longer is. What are the things that I truly believe in my being? We are all the most high in our own right. We are all a part of the divine plan, right? And so if we are aligned with our purpose, we naturally manifest a lot easier. It doesn't go, it don't got to be that hard, right? But we make it hard.
It don't. I was just having that conversation with my son, right? As I spoke before, he was here with me today, and he was talking about like, Ma, I just really kind of feel lost in the world. It's like I don't really know what's going on. And I said, but have you decided what you want to have happen? What do you want to be going on? Because when you are clear about it, like what you said, it attracts to you. It comes to you with ease and grace. And when you begin to find yourself in a place of conflict or what is it, friction, it's just to move you into the space where you're supposed to be. And so you have to take it and say, you know what is this situation, relationship, job, connection to this individual person teaching me? Because once you learn the lesson, you can move past and begin to get the blessing. Ashe, that was a rhyme.
Okay. And that's really what it all boils down to. Life is an experience that we all have the benefit as gods in our own right to be able to bear witness to. There are certain theologies that say that God created human to be able to experience all that he created. And we were given free will to expand even God's own perception of what he created, right? We all have our own limited version of the things that we create, but there are other people who come in and expand it beyond our wildest dreams. And so,
Yes.
thinking of ourselves in that same light, this is the expansion that we all are feeling. And I am seeing that there are many of us, both men and women, that are struggling right now because there's so many shifts that are happening in so many areas of our lives. The uncertainty seems exactly, it seems difficult. It seems like, where do we go? But this is a point of our reality where we really understand that the emptiness, right, that everyone is feeling is honestly the slate being cleaned for everything to fill in. So we are at a point of endless possibilities. We are genuinely creating the world we wanted to see. So it's really important that first card, and when you talked about the cycles, really made me remember, as above, so below, so within, so without. We are really creating and projecting the lives that we experience, the good, bad, and the ugly, which means that when we align within our own frequency, within our own being, we can transform everything around us in the blink of an eye. And that is what the universe is calling us to do right now. No longer are those days where we are in our lower nature. We are listening to that small voice that tends to keep us limited, keeps us shrinking down in the box. No, we're listening to that big voice that's telling us to kick the walls, bust out, break out, be you, do
Grow,
you.
glow, and flow, honey. Grow, glow, and flow. And if it don't match that, it don't get my time. Okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do, to be the light in the darkness, as we've learned in our sacred rites of passage, right? That we are called to be the light in the darkness. And these are the tools. I mean, we have a wealth of tools that we want to share as the year goes on. So that's why we're here. And that's why we are doing the work that we are being called to do. And so must you. Each individual person has a job, has an act of service, has a gift, has a talent that is here to bring you the abundant life. As 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 soon as you step into it, as soon as you believe you're worthy of it, as soon as you put action behind the thought, the dream, the vision, as soon as you do it, it's like, oh, she remembers. But is she going to forget? So we might need to stay back a little bit just to see how long she's going to be able to hold it. So therefore, your energy has to be contained for that which you desire. So as you were saying, sis, you can't waste your time on things and people who are pulling your energy, who are siphoning your life force, your creative abilities, your ability to impact the world in a positive way. Because there's so much around us that can get us frustrated and mad and begin to speak things that take us into that downward spiral. But that's where you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about, hey, that ain't working for me. I got to let it go. Or I forgive you and it's all good. And you move on. So what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about these words being spoken in the airway? Can we get a little bit of love? Can we get some feedback? Give us some insight in the chat if you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you who have just popped in, we are talking about the new year and what it is that we want to see change. We are talking about the new world order, the death and rebirth of this world that we want to live in. As we've seen on the news, the monks who are walking for peace, walking across the world in a sense. Who would have the courage to do that? But when you can get with some friends, when you can get with some people who got your vision, when you get with somebody who knows, hey, this is where I'm going. Do you want to come? Do you feel like this is a vision that you have? And we can do it together. That is like amazing. Amazing. We heard about it in Forrest Gump, but we didn't really see it in the real life. But this is a real live event that is going on, that is changing the world. The world is seeing it. The world is watching. And it took them just making a decision. Hey, enough of this chaos, enough of this hate, enough of this. And we're going to walk for it. We're going to put our presence even in our just walking. Monks don't talk much, but they demonstrate. Divine demonstrator, sis. Divine demonstrator.
Listen, this is the time to divinely demonstrate who you want to be and the reality you want to live in. And that's really what the world is calling for us. It's no longer I was looking at those red balloon videos, and I saw myself looking at like one or two of them, and I said, let me stop looking at this, because this is perpetuating the image of Black men and Black women breaking each other down of why they don't want to date each other, and I don't want to support that.
The balloon thing, the pop in the balloon
thing. Yeah. And I don't want to support that, nor do I agree with that. So I don't need to be watching that. And this is where we are within our society. It's vitally important that we don't give our energy and attention to things that don't serve the world we want to experience. Once we begin to do that, we begin to collapse that reality, and we begin to align with the reality I want. I was listening to another creator, and she was saying that she got the cheat code for manifestation. And she said, when you have a thought and an idea of what you want to experience, you look at that and you focus on that so much that it begins to collapse the things that don't align with that vision. And that is where we are within our humanity, really within all of humanity. We're at a point where if we no longer want to see these hurtful, dangerous things that begin to separate us, we can collapse that reality. We can pull ourselves into a different frequency. And that's what the universe is calling us. That's what the galaxy, the entire global cosmic intelligence is calling for us as the humans of this planet, to really raise our vibration beyond these limiting thoughts and beliefs that we've been so conditioned to use to separate us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is where, as we get back to the heart of the matter, right? The heart of the matter is to be love, to be peace, to shed joy, but also to know when you have to battle. But the battle is not the way the world battles. It's about being the highest vibration of light. It's about being in that space where everything else collapses, because no longer is it entertaining to you. No longer is it something that you want to partake in. So your world begins to shift. Your reality begins to look a little different. And Lala said, everything we are saying will resonate with anyone with the process of growth within purpose. Yes. So if you're aligning to growth and purpose, these are things we have to talk about. These are the things that have to get out.
It's my Wi-Fi on to see if...
Who is that? Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. My Wi-Fi on to see if that helped.
Who is that? Somebody coming into the room?
My Wi-Fi on to see if that helped.
Maybe something playing on your end. I don't see nobody else.
I'm trying to turn my Wi-Fi on to see if this helps. Is somebody trying to join us? Did you hear that?
I heard it on this end, yeah.
Well, where you at and who's there? Who are you? Because, turn your Wi-Fi on to see if it can help.
Sorry.
You heard it too? Yeah. Girl, we be calling in these spirits, these ancestors.
Any of my viewers, send me some roses, please. I got a flash go. I need some roses. Send me some roses. I need 3 roses. Yes.
Hearts, roses, whatever. I don't even know what those are, sis. But yeah, whatever y'all can send.
The flash go, so what I heard, when they have a flash go, if they send us those 3 those 3 roses, then it'll boost us up in the algorithm. So, y'all, we have a flash goal for the next 15 minutes. So try to send us those 3 roses so we can get
And
boosted up
share
in
us
the.
with your friends. Share us with your friends. Share us in your cycles and ciphers. Oh, thank you for the rose, Nicholas. Oh, I didn't even know you were here. Yay! Give thanks, sending you love back. We appreciate it. I didn't even know what that was all for. Oh, and another
My
one.
friend
Ooh,
said,
look, we giving love
"Yay,
today.
thank you, thank
Thank you
you,
for the
perfectly.
love. Thank you for the love.
Thank you,
He
thank
said,
you.
he said, he
We
said,
love
he gave
y'all.
he gave us both one, sis. Okay. Look, that's the beautiful. Thanks for the
Yay,
request.
thank
But
you.
but we are definitely tapping into some things tonight, just really trying to get our minds right, because all is mind. And as we begin to think about what kind of world we want to live in, where do we struggle, also where is our dark places, and how can we get ourselves out of those places? So I know this year I have some things on the agenda. We have some things on the agenda. I will be doing a grief support group here in Atlanta. It's going to be virtual. If you have friends or family who are suffering with grief or who are processing through grief, I'm your girl, because I'm doing the same thing. I'm going through grief and I am feeling it tremendously, especially during this holiday season. But I also know that there's a work for me to do. And even in the processing of my grief, my ancestors and my loved ones that are on the other side are cheering me on like, girl, you have got something that this world needs. So you can't be in this low vibration energy, because we are doing what we need to do. Ashe, Ashe, we are doing what we need to do. Thank you, y'all, for the love. And so when we get to that space where we do feel the sorrow, we do feel the loss, we have to say, okay, what would help me to come up to that next level? So the grief support group is something that I have some really, really, really good tools, some really good insight to how we can manage grief. And I'm going to be lovingly offering that to the community, to any individual who may be having difficult times managing grief. So that's one thing on the agenda. Another thing on the agenda is for us to begin to connect more so in person and virtually by affirming our souls. So I have a cacao and conversation coming up. Please, please, please mark your calendar. It will be a live event. Cacao and conversation. Cacao is a plant medicine. It's a heart opener. It expands your heart. It helps decalcify your pineal gland. It puts you in a very uplifting and euphoric open state where you can receive insight and you can release those things that may be holding you back. So we're going to have some conversation around the fire. I'm going to light the fire on the fire pit and we're going to just vibe out. So that's one thing. And then what else do we got, sis?
We got so much in store. So I am officially opening my school, which is called The Sanctuary. The Sanctuary is just a wonderful place to come and get some information on self-care practices, tools, and techniques, and to really watch me demonstrate a lot of the things that I believe will help anyone, and then they absolutely help me to refill my cup. A lot of us are giving so much to the world. We have to remember that we have to honor ourselves as the church, as the temple, as the shrine, as the cathedral. We are the church. We are the sanctuary. So join the Sanctuary on School and you'll be able to get more information that way. Now, for the two of us, we're going to be utilizing this platform, our TikToks, really to be an open forum, a safe space for those of you who are suffering, whether it be from grief, which is something that Chantel is really specializing in, or mental health, or it's something like just really lifestyle. You know, you feel stuck, stagnant, overwhelmed, overproducing moms, entrepreneurs. That's really one of my focuses. You can follow us on any of our social platforms. In addition to that, you can catch us live in person for our in-person retreat. The first being Cacao and Conversations, which will be live in Atlanta, January 17th through 18th for those of you who want to stay overnight, or you could just come for a couple hours for the fireside chat. We're also having a retreat in March 20th through 27th, and that will be in Mexico. Okay, we will be in the Yucatan in Mexico. That is a divine alignment, aligned and crown retreat. This is about really recalibrating your inner and outer directions, okay? Making sure that you are aligning your chakras, your energy to what the universe is expanding you to in this season. It's about rebirth. It's about remembrance. It is going to be phenomenal, okay? 7 whole days. And then we also
let me sidebar with that. Let me just ring my bell. You can ring my bell. Okay, ring my bell. So I want to share on that, the Aligned and Crowned Retreat. It is all about relaxing, remembering, and resetting. Okay, and sis did say that. But with that, we will be debuting, or kind of showcasing my second book that I wrote this year, called Aligned and Crowned: The Wheel Within the Wheel. So this is going to be a very intensive, personal, deep spiritual renewal, bringing back a little bit of, or a lot of bit of, who we are through ancestral veneration and soul retrieval. With that being said, we chose Mexico because we have been studying the Mayan calendar, and we have identified that this is my year to become a natural woman. You make me feel like a natural woman. So when you reach a certain age, then you become a what is it called? Something.
So in Mayan cosmology, in Mayan cosmology, you are considered a full-grown woman at the age of 52. It also is the first time since the date of your birth that your physical birthday aligns with the Mayan token calendar. So it's the every 52 years, those calendars, the Gregorian calendar and the Mayan ancient token calendar, lines up. So that is a very powerful day for any one who's coming into this knowledge or aware of this knowledge, because it is the day of synchronicity. It is the day that will be most like the day you were born. Ashe.
Ashe. And with that being said, I also was born on a galactic activation portal. So, of course, you guys who know me know I'm kind of different. She's different. Yes, she's different. But it's in a good way. And it's because of how I was born and the time I was brought into this world and how I've had to navigate life. So I'm super excited, and Mexico is full of energy, and I actually had some beautiful experiences my first time in Mexico, and it was just like be in the moment, right? And I heard the ancestors or spirit or God or whoever it was at that time. I didn't quite identify it, but it was a lot of them saying welcome. So that was earlier part of last year now. February last year, I was there, 2025, and I actually did plant medicine. I sat with some shamans there, and oh my God, it was so beautiful from the time I stepped foot there that, this welcome was there. And now to be able to go back and celebrate for my next birthday is going to be phenomenal. So thank you. Thank you. All of you who are on the live, please join us. Join us. It's going to be open to our community. It's going to be open to the Vibe Tribe. It's going to be open to males and females. So we are going to just let it do what it do. So if you want to tap in, please share. Okay, next.
Ashe. And Mexico is definitely a vibe. The Yucatan, it's beautiful. Everything from the ruins, the cities that are there, the temples, the Mayan pyramids, the cenotes. I mean, it is jam-packed healing land for sure. And so I'm excited to be back. I haven't been in a few years, but when I went, I spent 10 days and fell in love. And so I'm excited about that. We also have some stateside retreats. One that will be coming up, and our stateside retreats will be, I think we're looking at June or July for Arizona. We also have something on the books for Miami's possibly in April, May. So we'll see about those stateside retreats. But this summer, August 1st through 10th, we will be in Ghana, Accra, Ghana. All right. So this is going from the homeland to the motherland. This is connecting with those ancient roots back in Africa, okay? Many of us are grounded in the knowing of who we are here in America and our homeland, but there is some ancestral healing and recovery that needs to happen by stepping foot on the motherland. And for those of you who are excited to join us with
my phone is gonna die. My phone's about to die. I'll come back.
Okay. For those of you who are excited to join us, we will have more detailed information posting about that. I just want to acknowledge those of you who are in the chat right now. Perfectly Made, Kay, you just leveled up to level 2, so thank you. And you say you've been struggling with grief for years, and so we want to make sure that we get you Chantel's information. So if you'd like to join those groups, those support groups, that should give you some additional support with grief. Grief is not something we get over overnight, it's something we learn to live with. And there are tools and things that you can do and support that's out there to help you in that. So thank you so much for joining in. I know I'm missing some. Thank you all for the hearts. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm trying to read the post. Those might be on the other end.
How do you like the badges, or how do we respond on here? Because we're novice to this TikTok world, y'all. So thank y'all for hanging tough with us and just learning it as we learn it. But I do want to give the shout out, and I did have my charger close by. So give thanks for the warning, TikTok. Give thanks for the warning and not just shutting me out. Okay? I appreciate it. So look, now I gotta kind of hold the phone though. Greetings. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Perfect. We have been talking about we did a quick reading earlier talking about setting intentions, going through the death and rebirth cycle, and also learning that we are prepared to let our light shine. And we have to let our light shine. We all have gifts, talents, and abilities that we have been divinely given. And it reminds me again of the parable of the 10 talents, and how in the Bible it speaks about, everyone was given a certain amount of talents and how they were used, right? And it goes back to expanding creation, right? God has created all things that could possibly ever been created. It's up to us to bring it from the spiritual into the practical or into the natural. So the way that it is done is by us aligning to our purpose, aligning to our truth, doing the things that make us a little nervous, doing the things that make us feel like, oh, what was that? Was that you, sis?
I think so. Look, I'm trying
Was that you the first time too? Talk
What did
about
you
I
do?
gotta get my internet, my Wi-Fi
Oh
connection.
no, that's not me. I don't know who that is. I'm trying
Oh.
to read comments, but I'm missing them. I don't know where they
Oh,
at.
it said 3 messages, and I'm missing them too. But either way, we are glad that you guys are here, you women, you men. We are glad that you tapped in with us for the new year. How about let me see. How about y'all tell us where you're from? Happy New Year. Who is perfectly made Kiki? Perfectly made Kiki. Welcome to our live. We are so happy that you dropped in. Where are you coming in from? If you're still here. We're going to be calling out our visitors and our what are they called? The chat. How they say it. Those in the chat. We are so thankful for each of you. We're just some soul sisters who have decided to step out, speak out, and fix some crowns in the process. As y'all see, I got my crown on. I have my because I'm a queen and I'm learning to embody being a queen. And I did an experiment based on my first book that I wrote called Embracing the Queen Within. And it made me one of the what is it? Pub, the publicity things that I did was to wear my crown every day everywhere I went. And when I did that, I was so amazed at the way I was treated. So this is something that I am going to embody more this year as well, because people will always think it's a special occasion, right? They see you out in random places with a crown on. They're like, "Oh, is it your birthday?" Number one. And I'm like, no, I'm just celebrating me. But you always get positive responses from men, from women, from anybody. So I've decided I'm going to wear my crown. And it also symbolized the renewing of our mind, right? Renewing of our mind so that we can get that queenly treatment. We are royalty. We are royalty. And if we are not demonstrating or showing up in that space that we're giving off the vibe of being royalty, we're not going to get that royal experience. So, hence, here we are fixing crowns in the process, ladies. Get y'all a crown and join the movement of embracing the queen within. And check out my book too. It's on Amazon. My new book will be there after the 4th of this month. So I was super duper excited to be able to have completed my last book. I wasn't sure I was going to get it in, but I was like, I am determined. So I had to put in the extra hard work. But it's some definite good jewels and gems and tools of aligning like the Mayan calendar information in a sense with the soul path archetypes, the hermetic principles, and the chakras. So we're going to be doing a live call. I'm glistening. Y'all see that? I start getting hot and bothered, but unbothered, really. But I'm going to be doing a live at the end of every month where we're going to dive into the Aligned and Crowned book. So that's something that's going to be coming to starting the 31st of this month. So get your book as soon as it comes available so that you can tap into those lives where we dive into these pillars of sacred living and universal law and helping to keep our ritus, our chakras clear and moving so that we can easily transition in these death and rebirth cycles, because we were created to reign, to rule, and to create. For sure.
Ashe, Ashe. I was looking around here and just kind of peeking around and seeing some of the things that it's saying that we can do on here. I know there's so many things you can do with this platform, and I'm like, where do we
The more
start? Where
we
do we
get
go?
on, the more we get on, the more we'll be able to do. So, did you want to do a card pull, or you want me to do one more ancestor card? or I actually need 7. So I did 5.
Did 5. Yeah, you know what? I was shuffling my cards, but the card's not really speaking to me today. But you could do the card pull, and I'll just share what comes through for the cards you pull.
Okay, I'm gonna do the ancestor deck. Just one more to seal the deal, because as y'all know, I be pulling 7 cards. Let me see where we at. I'm at 11%, and the unfortunate part about this is, let me see. Yeah, I can't hardly. Can you still see me?
I can still see you.
Okay, I gotta prop this up some way. Okay, that'll work. All right. So, it's like sitting on the cord, so it's not very solid because I had to plug in the phone. But okay, so we're going to my favorite deck, Secret of the Ancestors. Y'all know your girl been called to the darkness, called to the other side as a death doula, working with these ancestors, the ones that are happy and the ones that are not. But I have to give them stern direction, like, hey, we only working with the ones who want the work to move up, not down. As we go, the first card that comes out is speed. Creation, creator of air. And I automatically think on this one, Num Kumawani. Num Kumawani energy is also about harvest. And it's about bringing in those things as you actually have to battle the things in the atmosphere, the things that would come against your harvest. As you were saying, you have to learn to prune your garden and prune the crops, and it's not always in the natural, as you see, is a spiritual, it's like in the galaxy. Okay, so those are the things in the ethers, the things that we don't see, because energy is what it is, and it comes through quickly, as that card said, speed. So next we're gonna get one more. Oh, y'all playing with me today. I ain't taking all them. Y'all popping out like that. One more, please. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, they still got me. We're going to go with 2. So the first one is clarity. Bringing clarity again. That's about your intention. Being clear about what you want. And the next one is the creature of air. And it says, take charge. If this don't sum it up, honey, I don't know what does. But we will read from the book, but I see this as bringing this reading to a close that says, when you're not prepared, you are prepared for everything that comes, and it's gonna come quickly, but what's coming quickly is your success. And as you navigate the shadow and the light, you will become more clear. And in that clarity, you will receive your abundance, but you must take charge, okay? And when you take charge, you can easily move through the death and the rebirths, okay? It's all a part of the process. We have to begin to work with the tools, see the synchronicities, become aware of your own being, what feels good. Your emotions are, what does it say? Feelings are the secret. Our feelings get the answers. Feeling gets the response. So whatever you're feeling, that's what you're going to bring in. So understand, we have to really navigate our shadows and light and get clear about what it is you want. So I'll read from the bottom to the top again. Take charge. Number 39. Time to take charge. Take charge of your life. Take charge of the things you want. Take charge of your emotions, your feelings, your actions. It says, I finish what I start. When you take charge, you finish what you start. So that is even encouraging in and of itself, meaning that if you set out with a vision, a dream, or an inspiration, you will receive it if you continue the path, if you continue to go with the flow. All right? Being clear. Again, this is that shadow and light, shadow and darkness. Look at that contrast. This is what I like about, oracle cards and tarot cards. They mirror each other, and they do confirm a word when they say it. They be like, I said what I said. You got to balance the shadow and the dark. And the way you do that is by being clear. And again, this number, it told me to look again. It's a number 32, which is my life path. Life path number 5. So number 32 says, I always love finding synchronicities. I am definitely a putting the pieces together kind of girl. So get clear. And all it says is, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Did I say that early? Was I singing that song earlier? I thought I said that at the beginning of this. When I was... Yes. Okay. So I can see clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. All right. Confirming a word. And then lastly, the speed, our success, our abundance. Like you said earlier, in a twinkling of an eye, it can all be changed. But you have to see it. You have to want it. You have to be looking for it. You have to be intentionally going for it, because it will get by you. It could have come and gone and you missed it because you wanted it this certain way. And you didn't even open up to endless possibilities of how it would show up. So with speed, number 34, it says, I am willing to take my time. Ooh, the contrast there. Take your time to receive it with speed. I want to go a little deeper with that one, because it says, I am willing to take my time. The ancestral medicine here says, your ancestors were not always great communicators. You must heal this going forward. Wow. Respect your truth and the truths of those around you as well. So this is right on time for me, and I'm happy that it came through, because I have really been limited in my expression as well. I felt that in my life. And even to be able to come on these types of platforms and talk and speak, and even know that my calling is to talk and speak, it's like, what you waiting for, girl? Get on out there. Get on out there. And I am complete. I'm ready for this success.
I am very ready for this year. I believe this year is going to be the manifestation of a lot of previous years' hard work, for not just myself, but for all of us, for the global collective. This is a time where when we band together with like minds on like frequency, we're able to accomplish things that we could only dream of. We're able to rebuild our society as it once was. We were kings, queens, the great royals of the land. And it is now time for us to reclaim our land, reclaim our time. And so this is a call for the leaders to step up, those leaders who have unconventional thought processes, who are not sticking to the social norms, those leaders who are called to expand us beyond anything that we could imagine. It's our time to step up and stand clear into making ourselves into the humanity that we really desire to see. And so I'm grateful. I'm thankful for everything that every year up until now has taught me. because it's gotten me to a place in a space where I am ready to hold everything that 2026 has in store for me. And so, with that being said, I am so grateful for the communities that we're building. For those of you who would like to connect with us further, you can definitely find information about where we'll be on goodvibesloungellc.com. You can also follow us on any social platform where we'll be creating and sending out flyers and advertisements for the various events, trainings, workshops, live, and in-person retreats. So we are excited for what we have in store, and we're excited to see what you all have in store as well. So join us.
One thing I wanted to say on that note, the live platforms. So we will be doing some more live platforms in the beginning of the year or in the next couple of weeks. I think the first one I had put on the books was for the 12th for us to do a Zoom and bring in those of you who want to kind of commune in a more private setting, but still get some what is it called? Publicity for your own business, for your own whatever you do, your products, your service, your passion, and just getting that to put that out into the universe on our Circle of Sister Table Talk YouTube. So that's another thing that I want to build up this year. I want to showcase those of us who are really wanting to see a change. It doesn't have to look any kind of way. As you see, we just show up and it's no pressure, because if you're being authentic and true to yourself, that's all that's necessary. We change the world by truly being who we are, not trying to be like anybody else, not trying to portray something that we're not, but truly being able to express ourselves in a way that gives genuine authenticity and say, you know what, we're just average, everyday people trying to make a change. We start with the man in the mirror, okay?
Okay, well, until next time.
We are your soul sisters speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. Peace and love, everyone. Oh, Lord.